On scene, they immediately notified our investigations unit, the command staff from the Clinton County Sheriff's Office. When I arrived out on scene, I was apprised of the information that the deputies have discovered, and they shared with me that they believed that the two fishermen that were out in this area located what was believed to be human remains. Based on ongoing investigations in both Clinton County and Scott County, we reached out to the Iowa Division of Criminal Investigation, who frequently comes to assist us with these type of investigations. And at that time, both Davenport Police Department and Clinton Police Department were contacted based on some ongoing investigations they have. Since then, the investigation remains ongoing. We apologize we couldn't get information out earlier. We've been working through the night to prepare for this. Media release this morning, this press conference that we're providing you. Right now, we're working with the Iowa Division of Criminal Investigations, the Clinton Police Department, Davenport Police Department, Federal Bureau of Investigation, Clinton County Medical Examiner's Office. I believe there were a couple other agencies that have been actively assisting us. Right now, the investigation is ongoing. I'm going to turn the mic over to Chief Paul Sikorsky of the Davenport Police Department that's been assisting us in this investigation.
Good morning, everybody. So first and foremost, I think it's important that our community knows the resources that are working together on what was discovered by some community members from the Clinton County area last night. The sheriff contacted our agency for support, and also knowing that we've been conducting an investigation for some 10 months on a missing young lady, so we're certainly interested in this discovery as well. Ultimately, there will be families affected greatly by our discovery yesterday. So as a law enforcement family and as a caring community here in Clinton and in Scott County, we offer our prayers and condolences in advance to those families, but also to our community, a very caring community who obviously yesterday cared enough to call the Clinton County Sheriff's Department and inform them of something. So there's great trust in this community with their police and with their sheriff's department. Law enforcement in our area, as our community knows, works greatly with each other. We work collaboratively, and when a law enforcement agency needs assistance with personnel, with expertise, with technology, they call and we come, and that's why we're here. We have detectives working along with evidence personnel, assisting the agents with the Division of Criminal Investigation and the Clinton County Sheriff's Department, and we will continue to do so. It's important for me to let our community members know that the remains have not been identified. There will be some time that's going to go by before we can get identification of the remains that have been located. With that said, if there's any questions, we have Special Agent Rick Ron from the DCI here, and then obviously the sheriff and the police chief from Clinton are here as well. We can certainly answer questions for you. And if there aren't any, that's fine as well.
So how long does it, do you have a time span as far as forensic identification?
Yeah, that's a good question, and we try our best to get the identification done as quickly and efficiently as possible. And so at this point, we're estimating, or at least hoping anyway, that'll be anywhere between a week to 2 weeks at best, because these things take time and we want to make sure that they are done correctly. And so we are going to rely upon our laboratory to conduct those tests and hopefully get those results back soon.
Have there been any arrests made in relation to the finding of these remains?
No, there has not been.
What can you tell us about the preservation of the remains found at the scene?
Well, we are currently on the scene right now, preserving the remains as best as possible. We have brought in some specialists from across the state to assist with that, And we are doing everything we can to properly collect the remains and take proper care of the remains.
How long do you expect people to be out there investigating that scene?
It's going to take a while. I mean, these things take time because we were very thorough and systematic when we do these types of crime scenes. And so we anticipate being there for a number of hours. And I assure you, we will be there until we get it properly processed and the remains properly removed from the scene.
How were the remains found?
At that point, at this point anyway, I'm not able to provide you that information. That's an investigative fact that we're not going to release at this point in time.
Any indication on how long they may have been there?
I don't have that information for you.
Where were the remains found?
As the sheriff said, in northern part of, just north of DeWitt, and I think it was 270th Street. And it's I don't know if I'd refer to it as a remote area, but it is within the county anyway, of Clinton County.
That's a pond there, right?
There is, yes, ma'am.
Were the remains male or female?
Those we don't know. Again, it's going to take a while to process the scene, and we are not able at this point in time to be able to identify the remains, whether it be gender or race at this point.
Is there any threat to public safety?
No. And we want to assure the public that there is no threat. We don't feel that there is at this point. If there were, we'd be sure to let the public know that. But I think I can speak on behalf of the sheriff, the chief, and the chief of Davenport that we feel that the public is not in any threat at this point in time or in danger. Yes, sir.
Were there any other items, evidence found at the scene?
Well, we're still in the process of collecting evidence at the scene. So we just really started it, to be honest with you. These things take time. And so, like we said, we were there all night preserving the scene. And we brought in specialists today to start collecting that evidence. And so at this point, I can't tell you what has been collected because we're still in that process of doing that very thing.
Do you know if it was an adult or a child?
Again, I can't be able to identify race or age or anything of that nature at this point.
I know that DCI, FBI, and Clinton and Davenport all contribute to this.
Yes,
How many men do you guys have assigned to this?
Well, that's a good question, and I will tell you that we have had at least boots on the ground from last night until today. I would say we've had anywhere between 30 to 40 people up at this point in time. I'm not sure how many more we will need, but we will definitely be able to put together the proper manpower to get the job done in a professional way.
Have any families been notified? I know we mentioned that there is a missing persons case that is on everyone's mind. And will they be asked to identify the body at any point today? Or?
Not sure what families will be able to notify because there's multiple, as you well know, multiple investigations going on, but we're trying to notify the appropriate families if we deem necessary. But at this point, it's hard to say because, again, as we've mentioned, we don't know exactly who we have there, and we're trying to make that identity as quickly as possible. Okay? Any other questions, folks?
Could you share your name, sir?
Yeah, I'm sorry. My first name is Richard. Last name's Ron, R-A-H-N. I'm Special Agent in charge with the Iowa Division of Criminal Investigation.
Thank you.
Any other comments, folks? Okay. Well, again, we thank you for coming. Rest assured, as soon as we're able to provide you more information, we will do so. But it's going to take a while, so give us time if you would, please. Okay? Thank you.
We have a formal release for you on your way out. It will also be, an electronic copy will be sent out shortly.